Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel. It's your buddy here coming at you with the much anticipated fishing forecast for the week of December 15th through December 21st, 2025. Now I've been poring over the maps and charts, and let me tell you, this isn't your average sleepy pre-holiday week. The weather is throwing us some real curveballs, and a special celestial event is happening that could trigger the bite of a lifetime or send the fish into hiding. Are you ready for a challenge? Because this week will separate the casual anglers from the true fishing fanatics. Stick with me and I'll break down exactly what you need to know to find success. First up, let's talk about our primary targets for this chilly time of year, the mighty largemouth bass and the ever-elusive walleye. These fish are deep into their winter patterns, but that doesn't mean they won't eat. It just means we have to be smarter. For our friend the largemouth bass, you need to think slow and you need to think deep. With water temperatures hovering in the low 40s and even dipping into the high 30s, a bass's metabolism is in the gutter. They aren't going to chase a fast-moving lure. Your strategy is to find them in their winter homes. Look for deep water structure, things like main lake points, steep bluff walls and offshore rock piles in that 15 to 25-foot range. The key is stable water temperature. They will be tightly packed, so if you find one, you've likely found a whole school. For your tackle, downsize everything. Forget the big, flashy stuff. I'm talking about Ned rigs, shaky heads, and small jigs in natural colors like green pumpkin or brown. A slow, dragging presentation is key. You want to barely move that bait along the bottom. Patience will be your greatest asset here. Let the bait sit for long pauses. My little secret for these conditions is a vertically jigged blade bait. That subtle vibration can trigger a reaction strike from even the most lethargic bass. Now let's switch gears to walleye. In my experience, late December can be a fantastic time for big, predatory walleye, and this week sets up nicely. They'll also be deep, often schooled up on deep humps or along river channel edges. Use your electronics to find those drop-offs from 20 to 30 feet or more. Look for baitfish because the walleye will be nearby. The best approach is vertical jigging. A 3/4 ounce jigging spoon or a lead head jig tipped with a live minnow is pure gold. Drop it right into the school and use very subtle movements. A simple lift and drop of about 6 inches is all you need. The bite will often feel like a slight tick or just extra weight on your line, so stay focused. During the low light periods of early morning and late afternoon, you might find some more aggressive fish moving a bit shallower to feed, so don't be afraid to check the tops of those deep structures. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of the conditions, because this is what really drives the bite. The weather this week is going to be a real roller coaster. We're starting the week cold and stable, with overcast skies and temperatures ranging from the low teens to the mid-20s. Monday and Tuesday will be tough fishing days. The stability is good, but the cold will keep the fish pretty inactive. Then things get interesting. Around Wednesday, we'll see temperatures climb into the 30s, leading up to a significant weather system on Thursday. Thursday brings a big temperature spike up to 44 degrees, but also brings rain and wind. This drop in barometric pressure ahead of the storm is your golden ticket, friends. It's a classic trigger for fish to feed heavily before conditions get rough. After that system passes, Friday will be cold and likely tough, as the high pressure builds in behind the front, often giving the fish a case of lockjaw. The weekend will see temperatures in the 30s with a chance of light snow, making for some challenging but potentially rewarding fishing. Water temperature is, without a doubt, the biggest factor right now. In most inland lakes, we're looking at temperatures in the high 30s to low 40s. And this is cold, friends, means a fish's strike zone is tiny and their feeding windows are short. They need to conserve energy so they won't move far for a meal. This is why locating those deep, stable wintering holes is more than half the battle. Your presentation must be slow and deliberate to coax them into biting. And now for the wild card, the moon phase. On Monday, we start with a waning crescent moon, but as the week progresses, we are heading straight into a new moon, which will be exact on Friday and Saturday. Angling wisdom passed down for generations tells us that the days surrounding a new moon can be phenomenal. The dark nights give predator fish a huge advantage, and they often use this time to feed more aggressively, even in winter. This lines up perfectly with that prefrontal bite on Thursday. The combination of a pressure drop and a new moon is something I get very excited about. So putting it all together, what does the week look like? Let's break it down day by day. On Monday, the 15th of December, the bite will be weak. Expect cold temperatures and largely inactive fish, holding tight to deep cover. Tuesday, the 16th of December, will be a copy of Monday. I'd rate the bite as weak. It's a day for extreme patience and slow presentations. Wednesday, the 17th of December, the bite will be average. As the temperature begins to rise and the pressure starts to fall, you should see fish becoming slightly more active. This is a good day to scout your spots for Thursday. Thursday, the 18th of December, this is the day, friends. The bite should be good, maybe even excellent. The combination of a big temperature swing and the approaching storm front is a powerful feeding trigger. Fish early and stay late if you can. Friday, the 19th of December, will be tough. Post-frontal conditions and high pressure will make for a very sluggish bite. I would call it capricny or finicky. Saturday, the 20th of December, will be average. It's the day of the new moon, and while the high pressure is still a factor, the dark skies may encourage some feeding activity, especially at dawn and dusk. Finally, Sunday, the 21st of December, expect an average bite. Conditions will be cold and stable with a chance of snow. The fishing will be slow, but patient anglers who target those prime deep water spots could be rewarded. There you have it, folks. That's my breakdown for the week ahead. It's a week of challenges for sure, but with a huge potential payoff on Thursday. Get your gear ready, dress in warm layers, and be safe out there. I wish you all the tightest of lines and the best of luck. And remember, friends, give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a forecast. Now get out there and make some memories. What are your plans for the weekend? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing your stories. Until next time, tight lines.